Hello everybody, this is a tutorial for the Keepsake Letter that you probably read about on the blog. It's a very sweet idea and I would like to show you quickly what you can do. If you haven't read the blog, there is a link underneath this video and let's get started. So this is my letter. I took it with my phone. The lighting wasn't great. As it suggests, maybe take the picture outside with a natural light. It will be a lot nicer. So let's go to image, auto color, a little bit of improvement there. You can even try auto tone. Something is happening. So we go adjustment, brightness and contrast, and then we slide the brightness. If I slide all the way, you see I start losing the top text. It's becoming a bit blue. So that suggests that it's just too much. So I want to drag the contrast as much as possible. I can see this looks good, so I'll just go OK. And now what I would like to do is crop my letter. There we go. And let's find the magic eraser tool. We can put the tolerance at 10, and here contiguous, make sure this is not clicked. So if you click now on the white, it should just disappear. Nice. Right, you see here how if I zoom in, all of the white inside the letters is now gone. That's great news. If in yours it isn't, what you can do is increase the tolerance. Be careful not to lose your letters, and if you see that you're losing too much of your letters, then you can always make the tolerance less than 10 as well. You can see here on the side there's something. Actually, I'll leave that in because I want to show you. Right, now the letter is ready. I'm just going to quickly show you something. If you add another layer, put it underneath, and let's paint that layer red. Now you can see on the side, can you see there's quite a few little bits that are not looking great. So I'd rather not have that on my print. So I can go here. Oops, wrong layer. Yeah, so now that disappeared, and I want to get rid of this and this. I mean, this is in the corner, so why don't we just use the rectangular marquee tool? Excellent, all done. This is a quick way to just double check that there's nothing behind that you don't see. So now I can just get rid of this red. Now I would like to Command A, Command C, and I'm taking my letter into this template that I got from the blog, or you can also download it underneath. Here you have a bit of text. Yes, the cut lines are the red and the hem is the dotted line. Got it. Okay. If I get rid of this text now, I can Command V. I'm going to scale my letter. I'm holding the shift and just adjusting it. Depends how big you want your letter. You need to make sure you're within the hemlines. I'm going to make it a bit smaller so it's a bit nicer in the middle. I want to give a little bit of white around it. There we go. You can align it. You can put your rulers. Up to you how precise you would like to be. Then now, oh, see what I've done there. Ideally, you want to paste it on the letter layer. I paste it on a random layer, so I'm just going to delete my letter layer and name this letter. Doesn't really matter. It's just so that you know if you need to move it around. I got a beautiful design here, and I'm going to put it on the side over there. You can scale it up all the way to the cut lines. Make sure that you scale it and you're touching the cut lines. So now let's cut that and let's delete. Let's delete this layer. There we go. Beautiful. That's it really. We already set it up. So there are two things to do with what's left. So this is a fat quarter, as we spoke about in the blog, and that's the ideal size for you to have your letter. You could potentially get it in a smaller size, but then obviously your letter will be smaller overall. And what you want to do here is either add another letter in the bottom, or alternatively, if you would like to do a different project, you could just, I don't know, let's say put a pattern that you love on the other side, and then this piece won't be affected. All you have to do now is take the cut lines and the hem lines and delete those layers. You don't need them anymore. You can see this. And I would like to delete the text as well. There's no need for it to be there. The reason, if you were to put another letter here, I would suggest that you leave the cut lines so that it's much easier to cut your fabric when it arrives. But in case you would like to put a different pattern or work on a different project, I suggest get rid of all the lines so that you don't have any nasty lines in between your beautiful patterns. So now simply flatten your image, and we have to rotate it. Doesn't matter which way you rotate it, and then you go save as. Keepsake letter pattern, yes. Let's put it on the desktop, or ideally in a nice folder that you have organized. And then you go to the website at fashionformula.com, you go choose your file. Oh, okay, we made a mistake. It's a PSD file. We have to go back and save it as JPEG or a PNG. Make sure it's all the way to the maximum. Press OK. And now let's take our file. Press I own the rights to the design. Please don't upload things that don't belong to you, because you know, artists work really hard for their work and it's just not the right thing. Plus it's illegal, so please use your own work. We are waiting a while, and now you get your letter here. Don't be alarmed about the repeat. All you need to do is choose fat quarter. This is a sample print I was talking about, so if you wanted a cheaper option, you can do a 20 by 20, but then you have to make sure that your artwork is the correct size, and then be aware that your keepsake will be smaller. So if you leave a hem of 1 centimeter, it's like 10 centimeters for each, -1, so it will be something like 9. Well, I estimate 8.5 in the end after your sewing. So it really depends how big you would like your end result to be. We recommended the poplin. Let's see if we can find it. Cotton poplin has a beautiful texture, and that's it. There is your letter. Enjoy. I hope you make some beautiful works.